Hey,
Hi.
how are you?
I can. Part two.
Round two.
Oh
Here we
my
go.
God. Thanks for agreeing to do this again. I can't do anything but laugh, so it's
No, of
I've been trying to
course.
get my tech together, but for whatever reason it isn't. We're blaming it on my son, so that's our story. Layla and I. He came in and interrupted her trying to work on my Android, and I don't know what happened. Anyway.
Oh my gosh. No, it's great to see you again. So
You too. And hopefully we'll get some more participation this time. So this is good. Maybe
people are probably waking up now.
I'll move it to later in the day to
Yes.
get all the coasts. Okay, cool. So, all right. So guys, I basically have been thinking about the concept of survival. And a lot of us have been in situations in our lives where that was the name of the game, right? Whether in our home life, our childhoods, just trying to make it in our careers, whatever. It's been about kind of attaining a certain level and keeping that status quo. And anything above that, it was like, you know, a perk, right? Or the icing on the cake. And so, as we have kind of entered into this crisis mode around COVID, Corona, I have been on fire while a lot of the people around me have been feeling like they were drowning. And I just thrive in these situations. And it really got me thinking about where our expectations lie and the floor around survival and how I wanted to up my game and really redefine that floor for myself and for whoever else, you know, wants to come on the journey. So really redefining it to be thriving instead of surviving, right? So that we're not just coasting, keeping the status quo. We're really like in there creating, living great lives, having everything that we want, the abundance, you know, unlimited, whatever. And so, as I was getting some headshots done by this lovely lady last week, I thought she just embodies this 100%. You know, we are in a crisis mode, and Yasmine Kateb, who's our guest for today, and our first episode of Thrive to Survive, she's done exactly this. She's innovated, she's pivoted, and she's basically being able to serve her clientele globally from the comfort of her home. And she's very good at it. And me having participated in several, you know, professional kind of photography sessions, this was really by far the easiest, less stressful for me, and really fun. And I think I learned a lot about kind of which way. Now, I will not say that it stuck so much that I'll be able to do it on my own, but it made sense to me when you told me to turn a certain way or have my head down or up. And I could just see in your eyes that, you know, it was churning and you really knew what this was going to look like in the end. So I want to kind of dive into your FaceTime series, which I've pinned to the comment section, and people can go on there and see what you've done, as well as on your personal page. You've been working with a lot of sexy people, modeling and such, and then you're also doing headshots and, as you told me earlier today, family portraits. So you really have a range of things that you're offering. So let's dive in, and you can tell everybody kind of how you got started doing that and what you love about it.
Yeah, definitely. So what sparked my idea of FaceTime photography was about 3 years ago. My boyfriend and I were doing long distance, and we had met via FaceTime. And I really wanted to take his photos. So I started taking his photos via FaceTime, which was great. It was such a fun time. I wish I capitalized on it back then, but I hadn't. And, you know, ever since quarantine and we're in this situation, I figured, you know, I must make the best out of this time that I had.
Yeah.
So I quickly started doing it once again, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been very challenging, but it's been very exciting as well.
And you said earlier, for you guys that don't know, we did this earlier and then I lost the recording. So Yasmine has been gracious enough to get on again, and I also think it was early for her audience and probably some of mine as well. So earlier you said you've been getting calls steadily from people in other countries who are asking you to do different kinds of shoots.
Yes. Yes, definitely. So I first experimented with it and I posted it on my Instagram, and following up, I started receiving handfuls of DMs from people all around the world, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, Europe, Italy, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. So I started booking it, and I've not only had like requests for fashion photography, but I've also been getting for headshots, for family shots, for even engagements. Like
Yeah.
it's been it's been amazing. Yeah, so it's honestly it's taken off a lot to the point that I'm pretty booked up for an entire month and a half now, every single day, FaceTime
Yeah.
photo shoot.
I love it. And tell us a little bit about
Thank
the
you.
technical aspect of what you're actually doing.
Yeah. Definitely. So I would start off with saying that the internet connection is the most important. That's the source to it. You must have very strong internet. And when you have very strong internet, I would definitely say that I would come ahead with, I have a Canon 5D Mark III over here. I would take your photos through the screen, but sometimes because the internet isn't as strong, and I know that some of us photographers like myself, I need the time to be on my own to really take photos of the screen with a certain, shutter speed on my camera.
Sure.
So what I do is I start off doing screenshots, but I also direct. So what I would tell you to do is I would exactly instruct you on how to angle your camera, how to angle your body, your face for every single pose. I would literally go with you through every single pose, how to angle, how to even breathe sometimes, what
Yes.
expressions you should give, So I'll guide you through the entire process. And then afterwards, I take those images and I created like this whole process from home. So what I do is I take photos of the screen, but I'm really great with editing.
Yeah.
I almost repaint the images and make them dimensional. But what I always would suggest for you is, and for anybody, that if you have any type of beauty light, that's always a plus because it creates such great definition and dimension to the image. It doesn't flatten the image.
Yeah.
You can play a lot more with it in post-production.
Yes. And I went, I had like, so I think my actual other lights are newer as well, the brand. But I use them coming at me this way when I record videos, like business videos. So I had those, but then I went and I borrowed a ring light from my friend Shalise. Thanks, Shalise. Which did make all the difference. And we used both lights. And as you just said, you told me how to breathe, too much smile, enough, how to look. It was great. Because I definitely am awkward when it comes to any of those things. And so having you
You
just
were
be like,
great.
well, thank you. I try to take
You were great.
direction well. Um,
You were great.
so, and before you created the FaceTime series, you were already doing photography, print, media, celebrities, other things. If people go to your pages, they're going to see a lot of model, sexy stuff on there. And I love that you use the black and white and the color and kind of play off of
Thank
them.
you.
So, do you want to tell us a little
Thank
bit
you.
about that?
Yeah, definitely. So my photography just ranges. I love to experiment with a lot of black and white. I love to experiment with color as well. And I've honestly had an amazing opportunity of working with a lot of amazing people and brands. Um, I would say that my favorite, I've always had like trouble picking with black and white and color. I'm glad that you mentioned that. Like
Yeah.
if you go on my page, you'll see I'll have moments where all my series are black and white and then all my series are color. It's just been something that I've always, struggled with as an artist, that because I
Yeah.
love both so much. I
Yeah.
think it brings out a lot in people.
It was interesting when you sent me the final versions of mine. I was like, it was hard my eye to go from one to the other,
Yeah.
and I was like, shit, no, I like this
Yes.
one in black and white. And then I would look at the color and I'd be like, no shit, I like that one too.
Yes.
Right? So then I was like,
Exactly.
forget it. I like
Yes.
this one better, but it almost like strained your eyes too to go from one to the other.
Yes. Exactly. That's exactly what I go through. That's like my struggle. I can never pick because it's like black and white to me is like this, it's mysterious.
Yeah.
It's like, who is she? And then color is like, wow.
Right.
it's both, like, so it's such a complicated thing. I never know what to pick.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I also think I love that you put the, like, I don't know what you call them, but uh, the mirage of pictures together. That's probably the wrong word, but
Yes, like the series,
the
the kind of
series
series
together.
that I
Yeah.
create in the templates. Yes, yes, thank you.
I
I
love
love
that
it.
you
I
do
feel
that.
like it's like a story, you know?
Yeah,
It adds a story. It's
it
just
does.
like different characteristics and just like in one, and you're just like, I kind of want it to be like a series where you look at it and you kind of almost feel connected with that person. Like, okay,
Yeah, you see
she has
them.
all these personalities.
Yes,
Yeah,
I love it. So,
thank you.
a couple of the questions that we got earlier that I want to kind of repeat. People had asked about the
Yes.
ring light and which one you recommend, and I think we both said we were using Newer, which is
Yes, I love
Newer.
it.
And I ordered mine off of Amazon last week, and it came in 3 days, and I'm using it right now. And then some other people wanted to know, what were the other questions? Sarah asked about glasses and how
Yes,
to
and
do.
I brought out the glasses.
Yes, you did, and you were like, you could put them
Yes,
down. I was like, that's a
you
little
can
bit
do it now.
sexy
You can pose.
for her professional video, her coaching videos. But she was asking if there's a way to get rid of the glare, and you
The
said what? What
glare.
did you tell her?
So I told her that typically with photos, like with photo shoots, if you want to get rid of the glare in glasses, it's better to remove the actual glass, but
Yeah,
you can't really see if you need it. But if you want, you can move kind of down, you can just position it. But for film and video, it's a little difficult because I feel like you can't avoid it.
yeah,
See?
yeah,
You're like kind of, yeah.
yeah. It's still
I'm
there.
like, yeah. So just remove the glass.
Yes, definitely. And then I had said to you earlier that I would think that it would be awesome if you offered some online coaching, or even just did a webinar, paid webinar, where you show people how to pose, how to set up their lighting. Because now that everybody's home and they can't go anywhere, and everyone's on Zoom
Exactly.
calls, and then if they need to do a video series or just their selfies to maintain their personal page, and they just want to up them, they have the time now to learn. And literally, you're doing it through FaceTime, like with your professional camera. So, what are your thoughts about that?
I've honestly, like I was telling you earlier, that before quarantine, I was actually planning on doing workshops for my photography. I was planning on doing it in Texas and in Los Angeles. But, with this whole pause right now, it's given me a lot of time to think. But I love the idea. I think it would be amazing,
I do too.
I was even thinking of maybe doing Zoom. But I
Yes.
think that I've been getting a lot of questions about the FaceTime, and a lot of photographers and people just trying to ask me, like, how are you doing this? And I would love to show them, like, the way that I've been able to
Yeah.
create it. I think it would be exciting, and I would love to also teach girls and even men, like, posing skills and stuff, just because that's something that I'm pretty great at,
You
with
are.
showing people how to breathe and how to align your body, and just how to really, be connected and align yourself. So I would love to offer that for sure.
Okay, no, and I definitely think I was talking about the regular consumer, but also you totally have a methodology that you could package up and sell to other photographers, right? Because
Yeah. Yes.
they're all looking for ways to, because their business has gone away because they can't go out anymore. So
Exactly.
you definitely could, be teaching other people how to do this, and setting off a really great new methodology in the marketplace. And I think this really does survive this crisis, because somebody like me, I mean, my kids are 16 and just turned 18, and we haven't ever done a family portrait, and every year I say we're going to do it. But, like, if knew that I could book an appointment, which I do now know, and I will, and we could just do it right here, like in my office,
Oh,
done, right?
yes.
Versus trying to get everybody to meet up and color coordinate and all of that stuff.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I think, this week is Mother's Day week. Next month is Father's Day, and it's, graduation time. So this is like the time where people do a lot of family portraits. The whole, like, my son, Joey, he's supposed to be graduating this year. they're not. So they're not getting any of those prom pictures, graduation pictures. It would be nice to do some, here's the word that I should have said earlier, collage instead of mirage. It would be nice to do some kind of, collage where maybe you did individual pictures with them and then we're able to put them together in a series.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'd love to, explore if I can help you out in any way. I'm happy to do that. Ideas, business ideas is my thing.
Definitely. I would love that. Oh,
so
that was a great idea you gave me even earlier. I would love to capitalize on that. That would be great to just
good.
That would be amazing. Yeah, I would love to take family photos of you. Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely booking it. So I don't know why the questions don't come into my question queue like my kids told me they were, but
let's see. Miss you, Nicholas. We're doing great. Thank you. I hope you're doing great. Yes, teach us how to pose. I will. I got you.
Yeah, and you totally, Yasmine. You could be doing just a quick live or a quick recorded thing, right? And putting those out like once a week with a different pose. Yeah.
See, that's so smart. That's so true. I could do that actually.
So Natalie asked, when did you know you wanted to pursue photography?
I think, in a way, I've always been into photography since I was at a young age. I would always love to take photos because I like to paint. I do a lot of abstract, so I've always been very artistic.
Mm-hmm.
But I did start out being in front of the camera, and when I was in front of the camera, I would see like the photographer like putting in like, no, like I wanted to move the light, or I kind of wanted to, move the camera or get an angle, and it was just this feeling. So I just switched around and I went behind the camera, and ever since that, I just stayed there. I fell in love with it, and I fell in love with the idea of helping many women, and even men who have, troubles with the way that they look, who have, just any type of problems. Like, I just wanted to help them out and just have them view themselves the way that I see them in a beautiful way. So that really kind of sparked a fire inside me. So initially I got into it as a hobby, just to help out people, but then eventually I started getting booked up, and it just became a full-time job since 2011.
Yeah, and we didn't talk about this earlier. So, I mean, I figured, looking at you, you're gorgeous, that you were a model before. But I never asked you about it. So, do you mind indulging us for a minute, telling us a little bit about that?
Yeah, no, definitely. For the modeling, I was actually scouted at a mall in Houston, Texas.
Love it.
So I was scouted, and then I tried to do a whole modeling thing, but it wasn't really for me. I had great opportunities. I flew out to New York. I flew out to Los Angeles. I got agencies wanting me for either, I was even going for the plus size, or I was going for the fashion.
Yeah.
So it was great. I did a couple different campaigns in Houston though, for different local magazines and such. But eventually the moment I got into the whole photography, I just completely stopped it. And I've been asked by brands till now. Like, even when I go to photo shoots, I get asked, like, hey, would you actually want to be the model too?
Yeah.
Like, I get asked, but I just never really did it again. I mean, maybe one day if I'm spontaneous,
Right.
I still love to do self-portraits. I think it'd be awesome if, during this time I've been wanting to do self-portraits, take photos of myself, like in a very creative, fun way. I think I'm going to do that. I think
How? You put your camera on a timer or something?
Yeah, either put it on a timer, I'm going to place it, and I'm just going to just pose, do my makeup and hair, and do different lighting, and just really just get some cool shots.
Yeah.
I think it'll be awesome.
I agree. and your boyfriend is a model too, right? That's why, Nick? That's why you were trying to take his picture.
Yes, exactly. And we take a lot of photos. And actually, the photo that we have on the little thing, I took it myself. It was a self-portrait I took.
Oh.
Yeah, the black and white shot.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to do that, yeah. But it's fun having my boyfriend as a model around because I get to experiment on him. I'm always like, babe, stand right there. Let me take your photos. Sit right here.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay. I used to actually paint him with acrylic paint.
Oh. My husband wants to start doing acrylic paint. He swears he's going to take a class. I have none of those. None of that is in my talent bag. So I admire any of you who can do those things.
Thank you. I love it so much. Yeah, but he's a trooper. I've painted his hair with acrylic. He had to scrub it out for like an hour with like a brush.
Wow, Nick,
Yeah.
that's commitment. That's commitment.
I'll show you the photos.
Somebody said amazing light. So are you
Perfect.
using your ring light too right now?
Yeah, I actually have my ring light right now. Oh, that's O Gallery Orlando. O Gallery was the first gallery exhibit I've ever had, which was called Motion and Still. It was around like 2016, 2017. We had an exhibit, and actually Orlando, the owner of O Gallery, believed in me so much. He showcased all my photography.
Yeah.
It was one of the highlights of my entire life.
And you're like the nicest, sweetest person too. So
thank you.
Of course they saw it in you.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Jasmine said, yes, let's see the photos with his acrylic hair.
Oh, I will show you.
Another
I actually never put those out.
Yeah.
I never put those out. Those were years ago because I wanted to showcase them, in a gallery showing, that kind of thing. But then I just started getting back into working in LA, and then I got distracted. But yeah, I'll definitely put those out there.
Oh, they said they meant your energy, amazing light as a person. Yes, I agree.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, Red. Oh, Orlando. Maria scratched me. I miss you, Louis. That's my friend in Houston.
You guys have any more questions? If not, we're going to wrap it up because
yes, you guys have any more questions for us? I know, round 2 is the best. I actually did a live after this just to practice some more.
I had another call, but I got on for a little bit, yeah.
Let me see. Thank you, Jasmine. That means a lot. Oh, Kai, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hello, hi. I'm like, hello, hi. Okay.
This is good. And we had much more participation this time, so I will definitely move it down. But yeah, no, we'll get you on again. Like once you get your courses or
yes.
webinars set up, and because I definitely want to help you promote that as much as possible. I think definitely people need this, and family portraits, headshots, whatever it is, people can get in, and then also get some coaching from you on posing and other things. So
that would be wonderful. And معلش تحكوني بالإنجليزي إنه ما بعرف أقرأ بنوب بالعربي، ما بعرف شو عم تقولوا لي هلا، بس إذا فينكم تقولون بالكلمات بسمع.
Are you reading it?
No, I was speaking it back. I was just say it in English. I'm just telling them so they don't feel like I'm being rude, ignoring them. I was like, I can speak it, but I can't really read it. So if you can read it in English format.
Yes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, because I don't know how to translate on here, guys.
Yeah, I don't either. It's actually really funny because with the FaceTime series, the fun thing about it is you should see me. Whenever I'm talking to a lot of, the models out in Italy or anywhere, or Turkey, I'm using a Google Translator and putting it on my computer. We're trying to speak to each other while doing it. When I'm post to the left, I say it and it repeats. Oh my God, it was
That
awesome.
is funny. K7, M5, we need it in English.
I know.
Can't they translate it and then post it? I don't know.
I know. I wish. معلش تساوي translation تكتبوها بالإنجليزي. I'm getting used to this live thing. It's so funny because all I see is myself going this.
I know. Trust me. I'm why am I so short today? Oh, I moved my chair. I'm Layla, my helper, left. I don't know.
Okay, look, they said, sure, I will tell you. Abrar, Yasmina. Oh, Yasmina. My family calls me Yasmina. Senior photographer, open page. Oh, thank you so much.
He's still writing.
I know, بس قصدك اكتبها بالإنجليزي بس إنه ما فينا نفهم. عن جد عفواً. Yeah.
Let's wait. I want to read. The other person said they'd tell you.
Yeah. The only word I know how to write is Baba, which is dad in Arabic, just because my dad taught me it.
Right.
You better at least know how to say Baba in Arabic.
I said you were the best photographer in the whole world.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you, Abir. That means a lot. Oh. See, that's what keeps me going. Is
Yeah.
just hearing that, it makes me feel very happy. Like it makes me know that through all the struggles in my career and just going through all the ups and downs of this cutthroat industry, especially out in Los Angeles, that this is what keeps me going.
You want to tell us about, I mean, I don't like to talk about bad stuff, but now I'm intrigued. What is the atmosphere?
No, I'm definitely like I would love to talk about it. I would say that definitely moving out to Los Angeles has been very eye-awakening. Like industry, there's just
Yeah.
yeah, there's just a lot of oh my God, I don't know how to say it where I don't get in trouble.
Malintent. There's a lot of bullshitters who say that they're going to
There's a
do
lot of
things and they
bullshitters.
don't, and their
Exactly.
intentions are not pure. No, yeah, I
Thank
get it.
you. Thank you. It's a lot of just promising, empty promises.
Yeah.
A lot of, you give me this, I'll give you this. And I'm not up for that. A lot of,
Right.
no, not selling my soul. But a lot of that. And it's just, I remember the first time it happened to me, I called my mom and I was like, Mom, like, I'm never gonna make it. I'm never gonna be successful. Like, because, and a lot of times, to be honest with you, as a woman of my age, like, I was never really taken seriously. And I would tell, like, companies and stuff, yeah, I'm a photographer. And they're just like, yeah, you're a photographer. And then they see my
Right.
work and they're like, oh, wow, okay. And it's just because I'm so friendly and kind, they kind of, like, try to take advantage of it a lot of
Yeah.
times. But so far now this year, I've been very fortunate and I've honestly, things are going really great, I would say. So now things are like, showing up for me. Like, for example, one of my favorite clothing brands is Guess and Marciano, and I've been doing e-commerce for them. So I would say, like, it was worth it for me because even getting to that for myself is such an amazing feeling.
Yeah. Well, you totally look like you could be a guest model too. Like you
Thank you.
you would definitely fit that archetype. But
Thank you.
so this is so funny because in between this live and the one we did earlier, I had a coaching call, and
Yeah.
my coach literally had me write down in this book today because he was like, let's talk about some of the resistance. And I was like, no, I don't really like to focus on the bad stuff. And he's like, no, just go with me. And literally, he made me write this down. In a lot of areas of my life, there were cones, barriers, blockades, but I strategically got through them, and I can teach you how with wisdom and mindset. And I was like, oh, okay, I like that.
Wow.
But like
Okay,
literally,
I like
we talked about this exact thing. Me being in corporate America, being the youngest, being the only female, being one of maybe two minorities in a corporation in the boardroom, and all of the stuff that comes with that. And what I said was, I was playing a game that I didn't know I was in, and I didn't know the rules. And I'm a very I'm a very you get what you see. You see everything that I feel on my face. I have no poker face, right? And so it was really hard for me to navigate that back then because I just didn't get, like, I cared, but I didn't care. Like, I'm going to be who I am, and if I didn't agree with you, I was going to say it because I felt like I had every right to be there, but I definitely made it, in hindsight, harder for myself. And I take full responsibility for my part in those things and in those experiences because I believe we attract things into our lives, but people suck.
Yes.
And then you get to a point where you're like, no, they don't, because I'm not attracting those sucky people anymore. And you don't, right? Exactly. As you're saying, now you're getting all the good stuff. You've been through the fire, and now you're reaping the rewards.
Oh,
and there's a lot to be said for that.
Yeah, and I still do, but one thing I had to accept in my life is that, with every great success that comes to me, there's a huge struggle and pain, but after that follows this big wave of just great energy. It's crazy. Everything in my life, it's always like, I'm like this, and then I'm like that, and then it's like this, and then it's like that, so it's just about finding that perfect balance.
And I think in this concept of thriving to survive, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm done doing this. I don't want to have those valleys anymore. I want to set my new normal at thriving and not have all of this bullshit anymore. Just go up, right? And not that you're not going to have lessons, and not that everything is always going to go right, but like, I'm learning more and more how to master the law of attraction, how to really like be in the flow with it. And if I protect my energy and I make sure that I'm happy and I'm positive every day, then when those things come, they don't shake my world like they used to, right? I don't
Exactly.
have to go from
Exactly.
high to like being depressed or, can't get
Yes.
out of bed or
Yes.
whatever, being
That's how I
angry, lashing
was.
out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I was. And that was actually one of my struggles. And my mom used to always tell me, Yasmine, if you always go with your emotions, it's going to blind you in a way. Your
Yeah.
emotions are going to. So I was like, Mom, you're right. And it took a lot for me, to grow up internally. And I finally got to a point where, no, I don't want to choose that for myself anymore. And no, I don't want to. So I started trying to change the way I was thinking and my perspective of things. So if something sucked, I'd just be like, well, maybe there's like a little positive in it. And I was just trying to focus on that.
Yeah.
And then eventually things started just like shifting for me. So I just started
100%.
trying to focus on that. And I still have sometimes I have my ups and lows, but but that balance is occurring more than
Yes.
ever.
Yes.
I'm finally focused and
Yeah.
I'm breaking out of my shell, because one of my biggest fears was always breaking out of my shell and putting myself out there. I was always worried, what are people going to think? Because I'm such a sensitive person. I have
Yeah.
such a sensitive heart. Like, I love to love. And
Yeah.
I got to
Being
a point
vulnerable.
where, and I had to toughen myself up, and I had to really just protect me. Like, Yasmine, you have to protect you. Not so like putting a wall, but I have to protect me. I'm my own protection. Like, I'm my own baby. I have to
Right.
protect me, and I have to see like, I have to believe in myself and that I'm unique in my own way. Like, you are. So is everybody. We're all very unique in our own way. And once you find that voice within, I feel like, when you can share that with the world, you're definitely thriving.
Yeah, no, I would agree with you. And I think it's not, like you said, it's not about putting a wall up, but it is about putting boundaries up. Because
Yes.
people like you, like me, who lead with their heart, you're open and you're vulnerable most of the time. And you're
Yes.
trying to help people, and it's not always to your benefit. A lot of times it's to your detriment. And if you don't expect anything in that situation, that's great. You can't get taken advantage of. But in professional situations where you've agreed to something and then the other person isn't following through, and I think that's probably what we've experienced a lot of, is we're overly giving. And I know I am. I'm not going to stop giving, because that's just I love it, but
Me
I
too.
am going to make sure I have boundaries set up where, in a professional capacity, if you dick me over, like, we're done. Like, it's
Exactly.
you're
Exactly.
I'm a very like black and white person. I either fuck with you or I
Okay.
don't. You're either in or you're out, and I
I
have a
get it.
hard
Yeah.
time like
Yeah.
in this gray area. But I am learning to have more compassion and empathy for why people do the things that they do. Hurt people, like
Exactly.
all of those kind of things. But also just
Exactly.
really like trying my best to stay centered, positive, happy, and then I'm not worried about it, because I know my frequency is up here and I'm not attracting that stuff into my experience. So I say kudos
Exactly.
to you for that. That's huge.
Seriously.
I
You're
get it.
amazing.
I have lived it for, over 20 years, running businesses and for other businesses. And it's just, and especially when you're young, it's super hard. And the guys don't always get it, because I guess maybe they've been dealing with it for a long time. So it's definitely interesting.
Exactly. Exactly.
I love this. I didn't
I
know
know,
we
me
were going to go
too.
there, but hey,
I know. I know. I like this. This is
I
awesome.
hope it helps somebody.
I know, me too. I want to say I really love Jasmine's energy. Like, you're awesome, girl.
Yeah,
Thank you so
she
much.
is.
She's awesome. Oh my God.
She
Let
said
me see.
she
Oh,
said
there's some.
something she used to model too, and she stopped because she couldn't handle
Oh,
like how
really?
people were overly giving when you're made of love and light.
Let me see. Oh, they're still writing in
They
Arabic.
are. Okay,
Man.
so this is what we need. Instagram. This is what we need, you guys, to come up with a new feature. Like, we decide the language, and when people come on from another country, you automatically translate it in the comments so that
Yes,
we
please.
can answer
Yeah,
appropriately.
Exactly.
New
And
feature.
actually, that's what they said in my live when I was going live. Apparently, when I said that, some guy was like, "Oh no, we're just translating in Arabic for the people who don't get it." So I think that's what they might be doing.
Oh,
I
okay.
think they're translating it so people understand what we're saying, because that's what they were saying in my other live when I was
Okay.
just doing it.
Got
So
it.
hopefully that's what it is.
Yeah, but Instagram just
Yeah.
needs to make that easier for everybody. We're in
I
a
know.
world globally, and
I know.
there's a new
They
feature.
really should. I know. Do you guys have any more questions for us? It doesn't have to be just about FaceTime. It could
Yeah,
just be about the industry.
could be about running a
Anything you guys would
business.
like to
Yeah.
know. Anything you guys would like to know. I love this Jasmine girl. I really do.
Jasmine,
I
we're
love her.
following you. If I knew how to
I
do
know,
it right
Jasmine,
now,
we
I
love you. Such great energy. Let me see. Hello, hello. It's all Arabic. I wish I could understand.
would. Oh, God, that's
Dang.
funny.
I know. I like that Patrick's like positivity wins. He's saying you're a great source of that. Great job,
That's my
Ruth.
boy.
I love that.
He's
And
great.
then
He likes to fly. He likes to jump out of planes for fun.
really, oh my god, I would love to try that. I'm so scared
And
though.
he
Have you ever
tries,
done
and
that?
he like does photography from his phone when he's up there. He's crazy, but he's the nicest, best human being that I know.
Oh my god, I feel like I would.
Oh, I
I
went
would
with him
faint.
one time, but then like there was too many clouds, and so we didn't actually get to
Yeah.
jump, and then I've never been back. But yeah, I was like
Oh
not
my
eating
god.
the night before.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. You know, I went only once with this one girl because I was photographing her jumping out, but she had a product, like a drink, that she
Yeah.
was jumping out. She was known for this. Like, she has a YouTube channel. She would jump out. She'd wear all hot pink, and she would jump. I forgot, yeah, her name, but she would jump out with these like the swimming things, like the balls and stuff. And she was holding this like drink, and I'm like photographing her up in the air, and I'm so nauseous. Like, I just see her coming down, and I just feel this like rush of blood just like go down to my face. I was like, no, no, never. And my mom was like, Yasmine, when you turn 18, we're gonna go skydiving. So do you remember that song? He's like, I went
Yeah.
skydiving. And yeah, so we would sing that. The moment I turned 18, my mom was like, never, never, I'm not gonna be that woman with you. Oh my god.
Jasmine, I have a chapter in a book. It's actually out on Google right now that I wrote as part of like an entrepreneur series with Jack Canfield called The Soul of Success. But I think you can get it off my website too if you just go to
Yeah, okay.
rabiahsutton.com. But
Amazing.
it's something I'm going to. So there's some creep on here, no
Awesome.
turd type 966 who keeps on posting really rude things. I really need you to stop or get off my page.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, like
Ooh.
totally
The
not okay.
poems?
No.
Oh, whoa. Oh my god. Okay.
If only I knew how to work this thing.
Oh my god.
You can leave
He's
now
like,
though,
yeah. Oh my
or
god.
be
That's so
appropriate.
weird. You could write poems about other things. Okay, let's.
Jasmine, I don't know how to block him while we're on live. Oh,
Let me see.
I
Let me
need
see
my
if I can.
helper, Layla.
This guy's like, can I write poems about your ass, like not your titties, like, okay.
Yeah, Nick,
Inappropriate. Let
he's
me see
being
if I
a
can.
douche.
Let me see if I can block. Oh, I can even block. Oh, because I'm joined on you. Dang it. Oh, I just flipped the screen.
I need to block somebody on here. Do you know how to do it while we're on live? Because he keeps saying inappropriate things, and I want to kill him. Layla, there he is, right there. Block him.
Oh my god.
Sorry, guys. Bear with us. Oops.
Now you guys know, you say anything bad, you get blocked. Everyone's super sweet though so far.
Yeah, I mean, why come on and be an ass?
I know.
There's always one. So unnecessary.
Oh my god.
You see how it keeps changing? Yeah. Oh, somebody asked Yasmine, how did you get started with photography?
Okay, I started out
Remember
in
the username?
2011. I had a couple of my girlfriends who didn't like the way that they looked. They were very not confident, and I was like, let me take camera. I took photos of them, and some of them I submitted to Vogue Italia, and they made it in right away. And after that, I was like, this is it. This is my passion, making people feel beautiful about themselves.
Love
And
it.
reporting it.
Block him, report him. It's inappropriate. Yeah. Uh-huh. And then
Let me see. Oh, okay.
bullying or harassment. There you go. Okay, yep,
Yeah, I
skip
was trying
that.
to
And then block
block.
him or her. Done! Woo! Okay.
Amazing. No one do it, please. We don't want to go through.
No, I don't have time for. I don't.
I know.
It's not okay. Okay, I have taken up enough of your time today.
Oh,
I
real quick,
really
last
appreciate
question
this.
though.
Yeah.
Last
What?
question, because O Galleries, like any new projects coming,
Oh
book,
yeah.
yes. I've been actually thinking for the FaceTime series, I'm trying to do maybe a coffee table book out of it and maybe even like a virtual gallery. Yeah.
Yeah.
But my goal is I have a goal and I want everyone to help me make it. I want to photograph at least one person per state in the entire world, and I want to make a book out of that.
I love that. That's great. No, and I would
Yeah.
totally like everyone would buy your coffee table book because it would be
Thank
epic.
you. It's gonna be
No, you
awesome.
have like a lot of great things ahead of you, and like I said, I'm super
Thank you.
happy to help you. What one of my talents is, the business strategy and monetizing things. So I see the business ideas very clearly. Happy to get on a call and discuss those with you.
That would be incredible. You're amazing. I would
So
really
somebody
appreciate it.
else asked, would you ever teach photography?
Yeah, that's actually what we were talking about earlier is
Yeah.
about possibly doing that. I'm going to look into that. I just want to see if there's enough people who would actually want to take it.
Yeah.
And based on that, I will definitely love to offer my services in teaching and helping people.
Yeah, so I think there's two things. There's you doing webinars with consumers who want to know how to pose or set up their lighting, and those could be 2 or 3 different things, right? And then there's like you actually writing down your methodology of how you do the FaceTime series and teaching other photographers how to do that.
Yes.
So Yasmina, what's your plan after these days? So maybe after we're able to go back outside.
I would say definitely start to shoot again once again,
Yeah.
I'm just taking it one day at a time, but I definitely want to continue the FaceTime photography. I'm going to continue that in the future, and I really want to make big plans. I really want to just start doing the coffee table book idea like I was saying and everything. So those are for the future, but as of now till then, I just want to keep crafting my skills and just with the FaceTime and just continue to shoot. Yeah,
I think you have an epic thing here. Congratulations. I love it.
Thank you so much.
You're the nicest, sweetest person. You get it. You see your vision, and you can see the wheels roll inside your head when you're actually shooting. And like I said, for me, it was the best experience I've had with a photographer to date. And being at home, it was sort of super easy. And I appreciate it. And I appreciate you getting on with me twice today and your patience.
It was fun.
And even things like this, like people, a lot of people would have been upset that, my assistant lost the recording and we had to do it again. And some people wouldn't have agreed to come back on with me. And it's great that you and I both are simpatico in that I don't sweat the small stuff. It is what it is. Like, let's figure it out, right?
It's fun. And of course, like more practice better, right?
Yes, exactly. So Jasmine said, my sisters and I want to know when you will set up a class for photography. So I think she's going to figure that out, and then she'll post something, I'll post it. So you guys follow us, and she'll keep you updated.
Yes, definitely. I'm going to look into that.
Yes. Okay, perfect.
Next time.
Thanks, everybody, for participating and asking so many great questions. Thank you to Yasmine Kateb for coming on and being my first guest on Thrive to Survive. And check her out.
Very honored.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day, week, and happy Small Business Week. Happy Nurses Week and Mother's Day this weekend.
Mother's Day, Sunday, yes.
Take care.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye.